Okay. All right.
Tanya, you're hot.
I'm hot. Thank you. It's Thursday night, Skills for Life class. And tonight we're at the end of our 7 week cycle. And this is harmony and rhythm. And let's take a look at, we have a song that kind of explains all seven of the skills for life, which is really super cool that Tyler and Alan worked on some of these music videos. And we have a video and a song that explains the seven principles.
Thought enters in the beginning of conception, with energy in motion, what follows is perception. There we have a voice accountable to choice, witness to a cause and effect of natural laws. Gratitude gains substance and doubles in abundance. Health improves with healing, the connection and the feeling. Now with all of them comes harmony and rhythm. Now with all of them comes harmony and rhythm.
Thank you, Tyler.
Woo!
I love that. And I love it. Kind of sounds like Jewel. It's got that kind of singer songwriter vibe to it.
A little bit, yeah.
I like that. Okay. So, harmony and rhythm. There's so much natural harmony and rhythm to our world. It's full of different rhythms. Um, as my ice maker just came on and made a bunch of noise I'm listening to. It's like that's another rhythm in my house that goes on and off all day long. Um, yeah, our planet has so many different rhythms. We were just talking about weather and the seasons and how things work. And, we were talking about the fact that so far this year, we've had a little less precipitation and snow than we usually get. And some areas have gotten more. And how that affects our planet, how things are changing, how things are moving around, and that, because we didn't get so much water, we may have to have a pretty dry summer. Or we could have a wet summer. I would be happy with that. A little bit of rain in the summertime doesn't bother me much. But it's interesting all around us. There's these rhythms and harmony happening. It is part of cause and effect too. Harmony and rhythm affect all of the skills for life. And I know we've talked about how they all kind of intertwine and work together, but I find it really interesting. Like, say, if you look at perception, what happens to your perception if you're out of rhythm in your life? If you're out of your own natural body's rhythm,
It could throw
Your
you off.
perception
yeah.
can get skewed.
I know, like, you know, part of my body is eating and digestion. And man, if I'm having a bad day and my stomach's upset, I'm going to be a little testier with people. And my perceptions may be that, people aren't as kind that day because I don't feel good. So I'm going to project that on people too. And so, that kind of works back and forth. We're all full of rhythms. And when we're out of rhythm with ourselves, it really takes a lot of our energy to be out of rhythm. To, if you speed up, if all of a sudden one day, you have 20 tasks you've got to complete by the end of the day, and it's a deadline thing. And I do that to myself a lot. I am hardwired for procrastination. And I'm working on that in my brain, that I want to get things done in a timely manner so I don't feel like I have to do everything at the last minute and then feel like there's a whole lot of things I have to do. And so I have to speed up to get them all done. And then I will feel kind of out of rhythm and exhausted and all these other things when I allow that to happen for myself. It also does the same thing if it's too much slowing down out of our natural rhythm. It takes a lot of our energy when we're not in alignment with the way our body is set up to react to the world around us and to be in rhythm and in harmony with everything around us. Um, there's also an interesting thing about harmony and rhythm. Who has experienced almost like a perfect moment? Synchronicity. There's things that, oh my gosh, when they happen like that, it's like, oh wow, that was so cool. My friend Pat and I, years ago, the first year I ever went to the Institute to do the program Souls with Stamina, I had a dog that was going to have puppies. And so every single day at Souls with Stamina, which is an 8-day training where you're there all the time, I was going home every day to Pat's house in Salem to check on our girl who was going to have puppies. And then as soon as we were done at night, I was racing back to Pat's house to check on her. And of course, the program is called Souls with Stamina. Well, it takes a lot of stamina to get through 8 days of training. And you get to the end of it and you're so sad it's over, really. You get energized through the process. And then when you get to the end of that, you're also really tired. Well, we got home that night and guess what? Puppies were on the way. So we ended up at midnight having to go to the vet, having to do a C-section, middle of the night, after 8 days of Souls with Stamina training. So it's like, oh, the universe said, really? You've got stamina? Like, yeah, here we go. Puppies. So, but the timing of it couldn't have been more perfect. It just worked out. And we had been kind of concerned about it all week. It's like, what are we going to do if she has puppies in the middle of all of this stuff we're doing? We would have to change our plans, move things around, and it kind of throws you off. So it could take a lot of energy to be out of rhythm. There is a magic with music, with rhythm, and with harmony. And I have a little video I want to share. Tyler, this is the one with the guys in the parking lot outside of Walmart. Here we go. Okay. So I follow these guys on Facebook. There are two gentlemen on the East Coast, and they go to Walmarts all over the place. And they walk in there with a big sound system and they just start dancing. And it's amazing what that brings to people that are just there at Walmart shopping, getting whatever they need, doing the things, living the life. And here's these guys that come in and engage with people and dance with them. And they even have like a video on Facebook where you can learn this little bit of their dance that they do. So if you learn how to do it, you can do it with them, which is so cool. And it just, they bring just a little bit of joy to people's lives on a daily basis. And I follow them on Facebook because every morning I'll pick up my phone and I'll be scrolling through and it's like, oh, it just brings a smile to my face because of how people react to them. And they're bringing in this rhythm and a dance. And when the two of them get dancing together, it's very harmonious and it's infectious. And they just have this great attitude about them and they spread this around. They also go into like Sam's Club, Walgreens, little, whatever stores they happen to pop into, and people respond really well because they just bring their mood up.
Could I say
Um
something?
yeah.
What I love about dancing, like that's in my blood. I swear, I was like born to dance. I love it. Of all, dancing is a universal language. Like it doesn't matter what culture you come from, what different language you speak of, like that really unifies people, like every
Mhm.
party that I've gone to, every wedding or Sweet 15, I've seen all of the cultures and we're very shy, but you put music, all of a sudden you see all these cultures getting together and we're like in harmony of one and that is the
Mhm.
universal language. Like it's amazing. So I feel that. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. And I have an affinity for music that is definitely regional and cultural. I love like Celtic music. And then, one of my absolute favorite, yeah, I'm a theater geek, I'll admit it. One of my absolute favorites is Fiddler on the Roof. I love that there's something about the music in that play and the it just speaks to my soul. And um native music, different beats on a drum, and the culture behind that. I love to explore those things and to learn more about it. And it's absolutely fascinating to me.
Can I
And
say something, Tanya?
what?
Can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, so kind of along the lines of what Vinay was saying, there's been so many times in our human history where working as a group of people, they would sing, right? And they were
Hmm.
wearing headphones, so it wasn't the music being delivered to them, they were producing it. And they would keep in synchronicity while they
Yep.
would work.
Yeah.
And
Like
it
the
just kind of,
walking, they called it
yeah,
walking, WAUK, in Scotland when the women would work with the wool.
yeah.
They would have songs as they worked it, and sea shanties, and all kinds of things. Yeah, totally get that, Tyler.
It makes things bearable. We just don't seem to do it anymore in our culture. Could you
Yeah,
imagine a bunch of people singing at Walmart as their stocking shelf? Anyway, I mean, you might
I
see it. I
would.
don't know. We already saw the dancers at Walmart out front, right? So,
I would. It's funny because the music I used to like when I was a kid, they're now playing like in the grocery stores, really loudly. I'm going through there going, oh yeah, Duran Duran in the grocery store. Wow, this place got really cool. So, But yeah, even like in Girl Scouts when we were kids, when we would go hiking, there were hiking songs that we sang. And it made the time pass differently.
Makes things bearable.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool. And there's a magic to music. It speaks to both sides of the brain, and they have found that it really makes a difference, especially for older people as they age. And when some of them have memory problems, they have found that if they play music from the time that they were usually teenagers, that early teen to early adult age, where we are kind of more inclined to listen to music, those songs stay with us. And when they play them, they remember. Those things come back to them. Even if they forget your name or they forget what you said 10 minutes ago, they'll remember the song that they played at their prom 60 years ago. I think that I just got a notice the other day that it's my 40th reunion this summer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the time has flown. But you play those songs, for me, especially like Journey and Bon Jovi, you play Don't Stop Believing, and I'm right back remembering dances I went to in high school 40 years ago. Oh. But
Nostalgia.
it helps. Oh, sorry, Tyler, what?
Nostalgia.
Yeah, yeah. But it also fires different things in our brains. It accesses information, especially for people who have issues with their brain. It can access information they didn't have easy access to. So one of the things I remember, I'll one of these days I'll have to find this video again, but it was so beautiful. There was an elderly woman, and she had Alzheimer's, and she was sitting in a chair. She had to have been close to 100 years old. I mean, this woman looked very frail, and she was sitting in a wheelchair, and someone brought her an iPad and played a video of her dancing when she was in her 20s to Swan Lake. And you watch her, and if you had a conversation with her that day, she didn't remember much. But if you watched her watching that video, she was making the hand movements and moving her feet to the song. She remembered, her body remembered, especially those repetitive motions that dancers learn. The body remembered, and she could do those things, and it was really beautiful to watch. um Linnell always talks about having an emotional toolkit for music, having a musical toolkit. And I've really found the value of this when I'm having a hard day. And I end up pulling out songs that we use in training a lot. And closing songs that mean something to me, dance songs where you play Cake by the Ocean and I'm a happy girl because I remember all those times up at the Institute dancing to that song. So it's important to consider that as an option for in your toolkit of tools that we use to assist us to get out of a bad mood. Or but the other thing we're finding right now too is, now that we're more aware of our emotions and how stuffing your emotions isn't working, doesn't work for my body. For years I've stuffed things, but they're saying that you're better off if you feel angry to feel it and get that emotion out of your body. If you got to get up and pound on something or jump up and down and just get it out. Same thing with sadness. You know, if you can walk around with your arms above your head, I think they said like 5 minutes, it would completely change your brain chemistry, your mood, everything. So, the next video I have, this is the one with the guy in the car.
All right.
And I love this guy too. He puts up a lot of videos with different songs and what he uses them for.
And hi, Marilee, Carol, welcome, and iPhone.
Hello. Okay, is it going to work?
Sorry.
There we go. I can see you're getting there. Here we go. Okay.
He
I
is so
just
in tune. My goodness.
I just love that. I think it says when you get it bigger, it says something about who needs therapy. If you're in a bad mood, put this song on and just scream it out in your car because it's very uplifting. And that's why it's really important to, keep track of songs that, when you hear them, they do bring your mood up and they make you, they make you feel better. And I love how he just gets into it and really just uses his hands. He's using his body to get that out and to really be in it. Cause I think that just helps so much for us to process our emotions, but also to assist to put us in a better mood, to change our state. There are a lot of times I'll get up in the morning and I usually have two modes. Oh, I'm awake. I got to get up. I get to go do the barn today. Or I'll wake up and go, I got to do the barn today. On the days when I hear that, I know I need a certain playlist on the music speaker down in the barn because that is going to change how I feel for the rest of the day. If I can put on 3 or 4 songs, that mainly it's usually songs that I've used with Rapid Eye up at trainings and that because we are in a high energy situation around people that we love and care for and support each other, and we will remember those times. Carol was just here last year when we did personal empowerment. And I did that class myself a year previously. And the song that Linnell signed for me to do my stretch with, every time I hear that song, it just brings my spirit up. It puts me in a different space. And it's really kind of funny when it happens in the grocery store. Pushing my cart, and then it's like, "Ooh, what a feeling!" I'm right back there, and it's amazing how music can affect us that way. It also really can help us when we're in a hard time. When I had the kidney stones and I was in the hospital, I was petrified. I've not been in a hospital since I was born. And I was there by myself. I knew I was facing procedures that I didn't want to have to do. And I laid there and I was singing that John Denver song. I want to live. I want to grow. I want to be. I want to know. I want to share all I can give. I want to live. And I just kept singing that to myself. And I knew I could get through it. And the same thing with the Jewel song that Linnell plays a lot, the absence of fear. Those words were going through my head a lot. And it helped me get through that situation. And that and emergency process. Because at the time when a lot of times when you're triggered and you're upset, you kind of forget those tools. They don't come to you as easily. And that was the one thing I knew I could do. And I know the nurses were looking at me like, what is she doing? But it helped me to just be able to lay there and let them put in an IV or know that I was going into this operating room and they're going to knock me out and I'm not going to know what's happening. And I was petrified that I was going to be allergic to the anesthesia because I'd never had it before. So those songs help me work through that emotion so that I could get through that experience. And
So Tanya,
yeah,
let me understand this. You're saying that you've never been to the hospital
no, not
until
since I
you
was
were a
born.
baby?
Not since I was
What?
born.
Not even for
Yeah,
like a flu or anything like
no.
that?
Uh-uh.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
admiring. Wow.
Well, in my house, the words were, um, oh, you think you're sick? Do you want to go to the doctor? And it was like, oh no, I'm good. I'm fine. I'll get through this.
Oh, wow.
It,
Okay.
it was definitely a pattern passed down by my dad and wasn't healthy to be that petrified of those things. I've gotten way better because like when I first met my husband, they had to take blood from me for something. It took 6 nurses to hold me down. I had a bruise on my arm this big. And the doctor was like, I can't believe we just tortured you so bad for that. And, but then again, later on, a couple years later, I had to go through allergy testing where they did 83 pokes on my arm. And, you know, that definitely desensitized me to that. But again, I used music. I used stones. I had a piece of amethyst in each hand that the energy from that helped me get through that experience. And then I celebrated it. I went to a jewelry store and I bought myself a necklace I was looking at for a few days. And it was like, I am going to celebrate the fact that I got through this. I did it.
I love
And
that.
yeah, it made a difference. And so things started to get better for me. But yeah, no, I rarely see a doctor. And that the kidney stone thing really threw me for a loop because I've been through so much with Eric. My husband has spina bifida and has probably had since he was born somewhere between 70 and 100 surgeries and sometimes 2 a year or more procedures. And he's had a lot in his life, and I've been there for the last 30 some years with him, but it was never me in the bed. So music helped me get through that. And I think that's why it's so important to have songs that lift you up, inspire you, get you to move, um, it just helps bring your whole brain into balance and to be more present. It, for me anyways, I feel that way. Um so you guys, Benay and Tyler were talking earlier about mariachi music. There again, that's another very cultural, really cool dancing and all of that kind of thing. How about anybody that wants to input? What kind of songs what do you play when you're down and want to get in a different mood, want to get in a different space?
So, when I come home from work, because I work at the elementary and I'm exhausted, right? I just want to go home and just like go take a nap. I come home and I'm like, hey, Riley, hey, girls. And I'm like, I want to move it, move it. I want to move it. And I try to get everyone up, and it works. So the tiredness just goes away. But you're
Yes.
right. It's uplifting, and it has to be uplifting music, because there's
Hmm.
sad music too, but that doesn't really do the same effect. But that's what
Yeah.
I do. Anything hip hop, anything that's the rhythm with high vibration, I just love that.
Yeah. I had a bird. His name was Tito Puente, who's a very famous timbali player. And I used to be able to snap my fingers and say, I like to move it, move it. And he'd always dance to that song. So I love that. Thank you. Anybody else want to chime in?
Um, I tend to just sing whatever song
You
got stuck
guys
in
love Tito.
the week or month. I found myself singing a lot of the Phantom of the Opera, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love those too. Anybody else?
Tito was a great record.
Yes, he was. He's since passed on. We miss him. And I've always tried to get my other bird. I tried to teach Kermit how to sing because he's a green bird. He's an eclectus. I tried to get him to sing "It's Not Easy Being Green," but he never picked it up. So I love my Muppet stuff. um, the other
So
thing I know is, um, what was that?
that's like asking a cat to
Okay, I
tie your
couldn't hear
shoe,
you.
for heaven's sakes. So yeah, it doesn't work out that way. And that's like asking a
So,
cat to tie your shoe, for heaven's.
yep. So the other thing I know that I did, I had back when I was younger, I had a really hard breakup. And I think one of the reasons I moved through it okay was I let myself be sad. I listened to Air Supply and Barry Manilow and the Carpenters and that kind of stuff, and I sang it out, and I think that is one of the reasons I moved through that emotion instead of stuffing it when that breakup came up for me. um and I think that's one of the things music can do for us. It's not necessarily always about, I don't want to feel this, so I'm going to do something else. Maybe I need to feel it. And sometimes, heavy metal rock music can help us get out some of the rage and the energy that we need to expel. Sometimes it's a good thing to just dance and move and just get it out of your body. Um,
I
I was
want to agree
gonna,
on that because when I was 18, I went through a hard breakup. It was my first love, right? So I just didn't know how to handle that. And before Shakira became now worldwide famous,
mhm.
um, I would listen to her songs. They were nothing but Spanish songs, and they were really sad, and I would cry, and I would really get into it. I would scream and just be down. And then she had uplifting songs, and I'm like, "What the heck with him, and forget him, and screw him," and and it just I had to go through the emotions of sadness to be like, "I'm done being sad. I'm gonna move on," and then I would put up her uplifting songs, like, and it is just great. It's therapy, if you ask me. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Sometimes you have no one to talk to, or no one gets you, and if you just put music, the music gets you.
Yeah. Well, and you bond with people over music too. It's like you find a song that you like and you share it with someone and they're like, "Oh, that's cool." It's like there's something about sharing music with each other too.
I was
Tyler, you had something to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually really important. Some people don't like the sound of their own voice, but it's still good to hum and sing anyway, even without music. And the reason why is the body knows how to do a frequency sweep. And this is coming from my background in digital media, studying, recording studio stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I took classes from a guy that got his
So,
master's degree in signal processing. And so when the body when you sing and you don't have any other musical input, you're just humming and you're singing, your body will actually do a shift to a tuning reference that actually helps you heal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like when a mother just naturally will hum to their child as they're rocking it, same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Point that out.
And it's rhythm and harmony in that rocking with a baby. And it's so funny how you pick up a baby, even, I've never had one myself. I've just raised a lot of puppies. But whenever I do hold a baby, you do kind of find yourself naturally rocking them and singing to them. Yeah.
mhm.
The other thing that's really interesting is this training that I went to last summer, Impact. They had us get up on a stage and sing at the top of your lungs. Didn't matter if it was in tune, didn't matter if you knew the words, just belt it out like you were 4 years old and you were trying to sing it to your mama. And there was such an amazing power in that, especially people that had been told their whole lives that they couldn't sing. To be
That
able
sounds
to get up and do that.
that sounds fun.
Yeah, but it was really amazing, especially for people that hadn't tried that before. So, and they're learning more and more every day about vibration and hertz and how that affects our body. And they're saying, more healing is going to be sound and frequency movement. It's amazing what we're learning. And yeah, let me see where I got off the track here. Okay, I had one other video. Now this one, this is our guy with the curly hair, Gabriel, and he's talking a little bit about really looking at what the music we listen to says to us.
To your mind. Music is actually one of the most
Uh-oh.
listen to is doing to your
Okay.
mind. Music
Can we
is
start
actually
it
one of the
over?
most powerful forms of programming on the planet. Every beat and every lyric
Oh,
isn't just
guys,
playing in the
sometimes when
background, it's actually going straight deep into your subconscious, shaping your thoughts,
I tried to refresh it. Let me try again.
Okay.
Sometimes you did.
Do
There
you
we
know
go.
what the music you listen to is doing to your mind? Music is actually one of the most powerful forms of programming on the planet. Every beat and every lyric isn't just playing in the background, it's actually going straight deep into your subconscious, shaping your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy without you even realizing it. Think about it, most of the popular songs right now, they're loaded with low energy messages. Anger, fear, doubt, scarcity. Just take a look at most rap music, for example. It's a constant feed of negativity that sinks deep into your mind, shaping how you see yourself, how you feel about your life, and even the world around you. You're essentially letting random people decide your mindset and your future. So if you're serious about creating an incredible life, it's time to wake up and start being super intentional about what you're feeding your mind. Make your playlist your power source, not just some background noise. Because every choice you make, even in what you listen to, is shaping the life you live. The choice is yours.
Hey, thank you. Perfect. Okay. So anybody have any comments on that one?
Well, just in case anybody's wondering, so he's talking about rap music, and there are also a lot of rock music out there that has that same effect, or very low frequency and everything. But that rap song that I made's a little bit different.
Yeah.
um, but the I was gonna say that I've also, in a negative way, if even if you're just passively listening to music that isn't uplifting and you're just trying to either ignore it or put it out, you can feel the heaviness after a while. It really
Mhm.
does change the energy.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
Hmm.
It's interesting because it I noticed, I think it was a class you did, Tyler, where you brought a couple of songs to us that I had heard just on the radio quite a few times, but hadn't really listened to the lyrics, or hadn't, or maybe had heard some of the lyrics, because I'm kind of a person that if I'm listening to a song, I want to know the words because I like to sing along. So if it's somebody that I can't necessarily decipher what they're saying, I don't usually pay too close attention to it. So but I think you had brought a Cheryl Crow song to
oh,
us.
and that was you'll have to I beg your pardon for that because I mean I what I this was at class. I think this was during my retraining, was it?
Could be.
Okay, so anyway, I selected it not because it was just the chorus that I was hoping to. No song is perfect. I was hoping
Yeah.
to pay attention to the chorus. I just want to soak up the sun. I've got nobody to blame, on and on. But
Yeah.
the verses that precede and follow were just kind of like iffy, so I was hoping people would look past it.
No, it really stuck with me. And I was down the barn the other day and just had the radio on and that came on. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. This was more complex than I had realized. Sometimes we hear songs and we may pay attention to it a little bit, but we don't necessarily hear the message unless we really look at the lyrics. And, I think that what he's saying is that when we are working on doing our inner work, being more aware of what's around us, I think we do start to weed out things that will bring us down, will affect us negatively, will not help us going forward. And yeah, it's a good thing to pay attention to, because I was the kind of person back when I was in high school, and I listened to a lot of different kinds of music. You would look at all my albums and go, "Wow, you're kind of eclectic." Because I would listen to Amy Grant, but I would also listen to Queensryche. I mean, I had a wide range of stuff that I liked, and yeah, I've always liked a lot of music, but I said to myself, I didn't want to get older, as I saw my parents as people when they got older, they had a very narrow view of what they wanted to listen to. And it was all stuff that was older. And I just said to myself, I'm not going to get into that trap of, oh, I don't like your music, And then speed metal came out. And I was like, oh man, I can't handle this. That was definitely out of my body's rhythm. Because I like heavy metal. I can listen to a lot of that. I can listen to Metallica. I can handle that stuff. But the anytime it was just it just I couldn't listen to it for long. My body was like, whoa. And we had we had some friends living with us at the time that were teenagers, and that was all they listened to. And I just wanted to say to myself, I could hear my mother's voice saying, turn that down. It's just that particular music didn't jive with my body.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's like whatever music you bring in, you're vibrating that energy. I dated a guy that was into heavy metal stuff, and I didn't know how heavy or like into this kind of music he was. He loved Slipknot and like just those songs that's just screaming. Like someone
Yeah.
said, disturbing, it doesn't bring anything uplifting or peaceful. So I'm like, dude, like I like you a lot, but I don't think we could date anymore. We're just so different, and I wish you the best, but you're not for me. Maybe for someone else, but not for me. And we
Yeah.
became really good friends till the day he's my Facebook buddy. But it's like you vibrate that, all day, and that energy sticks with you. And then you
Mhm.
become that vibration and that energy. And it could be not inviting. It just depends what you're attracted to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, Tanya, I was going to say something. One of the best ways that I like to observe just sound frequencies. Sometimes we show it in class. The those plate vibrations that cause different patterns on the scale plate thing.
Yeah.
Sorry
Isn't
for
it
not
like
using the right
grains of
word.
sand or do
Right,
they?
but I have a demo of my own that for class in the future I'm hoping to show. It's this little pod glass of water that you can hook to your guitar, and when you play a string, it vibrates. You can see it all over the skim of the water. The fluid's dark, so you can see the surface more easily. But when you see the patterns that it creates with each note that you strike, you're like, well, our bodies are 90% water, right? So
Yeah.
whatever is efficacious and what we can see on that surface with those tones, that's kind of how our body experiences those vibrations. So that's just one of my favorite ways to observe it. So I was hoping that one day for class I might do a demo on that, but
Do it,
Cool.
Tyler. Do it. We support you.
I'm up
I
for
have,
it.
okay, so I have to share this real quick. I have a water fountain that my husband and I built because we have our little wood business, and we're just a small little, we do little custom things for people, but he did a whole water fountain, and he used a fish, what do you call it, net thing, like the fish string, and the water goes in those strings just perfectly. And he put music, and you could actually see the water going vibrating as it's coming down the strings. The coolest thing ever. It's just so Tyler reminded me of that. So do it, Tyler. I'll support you.
That's
I want to
cool.
see it.
That's so cool. Well, and it kind of reminds me of getting a crystal glass wet and running your finger along it too. It's gonna vibrate the whole glass and send that signal out through the whole area.
Make pretty music.
Yeah, yeah. It's really kind of interesting. Okay.
Well, it doesn't only uh, affect you, but it affects everybody around you.
Yeah. Yep.
and it makes for a happier, more pleasant experience.
Hey, so I have an imagery. So everybody close your eyes, try to get comfy, and take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, just relaxing. Allow yourself to take several deep breaths in through your nose, slowly out your mouth. With each breath, feel your body becoming more relaxed and comfortable. Notice how relaxed your feet feel now. Next, your ankles, your legs, your lower trunk, your chest, your arms and hands, your neck, your head and facial muscles. Feel your whole body relaxing, becoming more comfortable with each breath. Allow all thoughts to pass gently by, entertaining only stillness and quiet. Say to yourself, I am still and relaxed, relaxed, relaxed. Imagine yourself taken to a place that feels warm, safe, and comfortable to you. Go to your still place. Allow yourself to feel this place. See the sights of it fully. Hear the sounds of it. Smell the breeze and the wonderful smells of this beautiful place. And you can even taste the beauty of this place. Breathe in deeply and sense the wonder and power of this place in every cell of your body. Imagine you are completely filled with it. Now imagine that off in the distance is a beautiful, colorful rainbow. And because we are imagining, we can go right up to it and experience it. Notice how the red color seems to be right in front of you now, within easy reach. Move into the red. Notice how it feels as it completely surrounds you. See the red, hear the red, taste the red. Smell the red as it completely infuses every cell in your body. Notice how you feel in this color, how it fills and comforts you, how it strengthens and energizes. Move into the orange. Notice how it feels as it completely surrounds you. See the orange, hear the orange. Taste the orange. Smell the orange as it completely infuses every cell in your body. Notice how you feel in this color, how it fills and comforts you, how it strengthens and energizes. Move into the yellow. Notice how it feels as it completely surrounds you. See the yellow. Hear the yellow. Taste the yellow. Smell the yellow as it completely infuses every cell in your body. Notice how you feel in this color, how it fills and comforts you, how it strengthens and energizes. Move into the green. Notice how it feels as it completely surrounds you. See the green, hear the green, taste the green. Smell the green as it completely infuses every cell in your body. Notice how you feel in this color, how it fills and comforts you, how it strengthens and energizes. Move into the blue. Notice how it feels as it completely surrounds you. See the blue, hear the blue, taste the blue. Smell the blue as it completely infuses every cell in your body. Notice how you feel in this color, how it fills and comforts you, how it strengthens and energizes. Move into the indigo. Notice how it feels as it completely surrounds you. See the indigo. Hear the indigo. Taste the indigo. Smell the indigo as it completely infuses every cell in your body. Notice how you feel in this color, how it fills and comforts you, how it strengthens and energizes. Move into the purple. Notice how it feels as it completely surrounds you. See the purple. Hear the purple. Taste the purple. Smell the purple as it completely infuses every cell in your body. Notice how you feel in this color, how it fills and comforts you, how it strengthens and energizes. Now pass beyond the purple into the colors and vibrations above purple. Move into ultraviolet. Then beyond that, into the highest vibration you can imagine, into the realm of pure thought, pure vibration. Sense this with all your senses. Allow this vibration to fill every cell of your body with high vibration energy, cleansing, feeding, strengthening every cell, every level of your being, every dimension, every possible lifetime, alternative selves, levels, and dimensions. As you become filled with this imagery, allow yourself to gently become aware of your connection with this earthly dimension. As I count from 1 to 3, you will be fully returned to the earthly dimension we started in. 1, becoming aware of your surroundings in your room, noticing your breathing, feeling your body in the space you presently occupy. 2, becoming aware of your body, contacting its surroundings, the temperature of the room, becoming aware of all of us on Zoom around you in the room, becoming aware of my presence with you here, returning to the present, ready and refreshed, feeling strong yet relaxed, focused yet alert, and in your own body. 3, open your eyes. Press your fingertips together. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth to ground yourself. Swallow. That resets that vagus nerve. Okay, so just to summarize up real quickly, tonight was about harmony and rhythm, about our natural harmonies and the natural world that we live in, and the rhythms and things and music that we all enjoy, and how it really helps us with our emotions, to change our state, to remind us we're alive by moving. And Tyler has one more song. Apparently, this is a new one. I'm excited.
Yep, here
Okay,
goes.
I was not meant to be a gymnast, stepping out onto the plank. I just sensed that moving forward was the overcoming way. Little did I know I had a lot of shifting weight of beneficial things about to make me fall just for their sake. I was not meant to be perfect, so perfection by itself might tip me to one side in an aspect overdealt, a hand in phony faultlessness, never-ending needing help. I think I'll take the counter load to keep me upright as all else. Balance makes it worth it. tuning makes it tight. Consolidation narrows to give variety its sight. Da, da. Do I look like an acrobat? It's starting to feel like an act. As I stumble onward, I'm about to fall right on my back. My center is my strength, and my focus is my light. One needs to be at one to have more things for them go right. Da, da. Juggling too many pins can make me cross my feet. In a dash to save just one, the rest crashing down on me. Little does it show the subtle irony that minimalist mindedness accesses more diversity. I'm almost at the other side, the end of my suspension of another journey straight across a chasm of correction. As I clear my head, I take stock of my condition. I'm a convert to simplicity, and I'm headed on a mission. Balance makes it worth it. Consolidation narrows to give variety its sight. Whoa, whoa. Do I look like an acrobat? It's starting to feel like an act. As I stumble on what I'm about to fall right on my back. My center is my strength, and my focus is my light. One needs to be at one to have more things for them go right. Whoa, whoa. Do I look like an acrobat? It's starting to feel like an act. As I stumble on what I'm about to fall right on my back. My center is my strength, and my focus is my light. One needs to be at one to have more things for them go right. Go right.
That's my favorite one.
Pleasant to listen to.
That was great.
Sometimes it won't let me escape from the screen.
I loved seeing all of them sitting on the yoga mats.
Yeah.
Actually being in meditation.
Yeah. It's something you wouldn't normally see. I just thought it would be interesting.
That's amazing.
You have a very interesting sense of humor, Tyler.
Yes, he does.
I love how some of these videos show that. It's like, oh, I'm getting to know Tyler a little better through this stuff.
Great job, Tyler. That was awesome.
That was cool.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it was really good seeing all of you tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to join us and to think about these things and keep our lives moving forward. I'm not sure who's doing next week. I know that Alan and Tyler are going to be doing some more stuff with us too. So
I love it. Thank you, Tanya. You did amazing. You rocked it, girlfriend.
you're welcome. And everybody continue sending energy to Linnell and the Institute and Renee. And sounds like things are going well there. They've got way more help now, and I think Linnell's feeling a lot better. So yeah, so but they can still use our HHF for sure. So
Yeah, we all can.
yeah.
Send up our love.
Absolutely, I will do that. Okay, everybody, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Tanya,
Yeah.
I got a question to ask you. You're
Yeah.
a book nerd.